long time. Now I sort of welcome it.
It's streamed via Zoom. Learn more and register at corning-cc.edu.
Seriously. I think that's how it goes with everybody. It's just like, all right, you know. I think it had to do with those dreams when I go to the interior of the sun. Because it's like they told me that if I make the art right, then I get to be a zookeeper. The place is so damn intense looking. I thought that they meant like when I croak, I have to go up there or something. Now I'm like, fuck it, I don't care. It's all just a dream. I hope there's sunshine tomorrow. I just need a little bit warmer. I'm thinking about like working Lutsy inside for a little bit instead of going outside. I gotta get warm because I drank that smoothie. What's up, toxic Sheba? Toxic Sheba. You missed it. Hillsby was telling us all kinds of interesting stuff. Toxic. That Democrats call for House Committee to subpoena Ginny Thomas. They should. Boy, she's a big woman. She is. She's like, God. Got a big head, big everything.
But she's far from the most important witness we're thinking about talking to.
So from what I'm hearing from you, Congressman, is that it's not necessarily likely that she's going to be called in for an interview.
Watching the news.
Go ahead.
Whether she will or won't, I can't say at this point. But we'll call in whoever we need to get the truth. It's just that
it's warmer up here. It's cold down there. Smoothie? Drank almost the whole thing. I should let Remy in. My hands are like sticky from the smoothie. Let me let Rem in. Remy wants to hang out. Hey, Remy! Do you want to come in here? Let me go get Rem. Remy, come on, baby, get in here.
Of the proceeding based off of this statute, Congresswoman, do you believe Justice Thomas should
I'll make sure you don't get the avian flu. I want to take that bed cover off. Wash that thing. Got to do some laundry. You can do whatever, Ram. I'm going to throw it in the washer. Come on over, Ram. Say hello. Toxic's here. Remy, there's avian flu coming around, but I'll make sure you don't get it. Besides, you'd be all right anyway. Remy had PMV. That's the thing that affects the pigeons. Like that, like it's weird. Like, God, my nose itches. PMV doesn't affect parrots, and it doesn't affect ravens. Just pigeons, right? So, oh, there's the pigeon lady. Pigeon lady, we got the avian flu over here. But the avian flu, it's pretty much turkeys and chickens. The wild birds can have it, but it doesn't. I just looked it up. Is there an Yeah, there is. PMV affects pigeons, swans, and ducks. PMV affects. No. Newcastle's affects ducks and swans, doesn't it? It's not really the same, I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Jared Kushner, can you disclose that?
Let me, we don't go in to the testimony unless it's.
Come on back now. Breaker 19. Hi, Remy. Come over here.
But you can imagine
Depends on the strain. See, I was reading stuff that people were giving for PMV. They were giving Newcastle, but Newcastle can't affect them too. I see. It's like people with their pigeons. There's no PMV vaccine here, and they were giving the vaccine for Newcastle. But like, is that really going to work? I mean, it sounds like you're in England. I think Europe. They have a vaccine because for pigeons for PMV. But Remy's already had it, haven't you, Rem? It's the young pigeons that can't handle the PMV. I don't know, maybe some older ones, I'm sure. But it's a bummer. It didn't affect no, I don't think they have one. It didn't affect Sam the Raven, and it didn't affect Peaches. Like, no problem. They call it Newcastle because they just found the PMV in Newcastle, which is popular for racing pigeons. Found the PMV in Newcastle, which is popular because they first found. PMV was first seen in Newcastle. I see. Oh my God, a bird? Yeah, it's fucking Remy. It's fucking Rem, man. Right, Remy?
Still ahead, everybody. An in-depth look at the devastation seen in Ukrainian towns outside the capital city of Kyiv as Russian forces retreated. How can the peace process move forward? And then the reality of the bodies of innocent
It sheds for a few weeks, and after shedding, they can't pass it on after that, but they will get symptoms later in life. What, PMV, you mean? Remy's never had any symptoms since then. I don't know if all pigeons can shed. Are you sure? Like, I've never seen. No, parrots don't get PMV. I haven't seen Remy have any symptoms. She does have that drop wing, though. Maybe she's always had the drop wing. Remy. Remy. Yes, they will carry it for life, but the shedding is the same. Oh, I know that. Oh, thank you, Susan Nally. Appreciate that. Yeah, but Pigeon Lady, PL. So, not all of them have like bad symptoms later in life. Are you saying it is like shingles? That when they're older, they will have some symptoms again that'll be noticeable? You're the expert on the PMV. I can keep them alive. I develop stuff like put them in a carrier and then put socks on each side so it keeps them up. Because if they fall over, that works great. I'm telling you, that's what kept Solarton alive. I wanted to send a super chat Friday, but I couldn't remember my name. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. That's very, very generous of you. What is your real job?
I lost 40 pounds, 67 pounds. 55 pounds with Nutrisys.
Do you see the name of the channel? What's my real job? What's your real job? Being a tool? Tell us your real job. I do more than one thing. So if it's bad, they take a year to walk or feed themselves again, and then another year goes by. You think they're healthy, and they may get a small reaction or a big one. I see. Okay. Right. Remy was okay as long as they are on good vitamins. It keeps it at bay. Yeah, I haven't had any problem with Remy. You know, I'll feed Remy a lot of Harrison's, and that has vitamins in it. And also, I give her Pigeon tabs. I gave her Pigeon tabs lately. But what? Knock it off, Dick. I'll work with you again. Slutsy. You know, it's interesting because a dog's here and like it's sort of hard to remember how they were. Like by the time that they're leaving, like it's sort of hard to remember. It's like all a dream. You know, they just start getting their shit together, right, Remy? I love Remy. I do. Remy. You don't like that Hemiwinkle, do you? I don't blame you. He's a brute trying to steal my pigeon wife here. She didn't like him. He got out last night. Sam the Raven let him out. I had one that hadn't had a reaction in 2 years, and then she felt that it was horrible, and she just wouldn't recover. I know. I understand. Here in Oregon, last year, birds had an outbreak of salmonella, and it was spreading to people. Everyone had to take down food. Yeah, well, that's wild birds. Salmonella is pretty common. That's not that uncommon. Hey, Ram, come over here. Keep me warm. Those bodies lying around. They shot that guy on the bike. God, man. I mean, seriously. Look at that. They were putting people in mass graves and shit. God. It's like in the back of somebody's house. They start build a pit there and just throw these people in there. Some of those people, like, they tied their hands behind their back and then shot them. It's clear it was execution. Yeah, we were waiting for your idiot shit. I keep thinking 1 year she'll be... Oh. This is terrible. Right? Yeah, I'm going to do some live screen stuff. I've been making robots for it. Got some live, not live screen, green screen. I'm going to do some green screen stuff. I've been making these, like, robots, remote-controlled robots, and then I put accoutrement on them. That's what I'm going to use. That guy on the bicycle was just like... Looks like he was driving down the street, and let's just shoot him. There's another guy on a bike. That guy had a bag. These people had like bags of food. God, man. There's all kinds of stories about looting and raping people. I sent you a photo of the new stupid vegan dog treat. Oh, thank you. It's so dumb, I bet it is. Who would feed their dog vegan food? Man, I gotta warm up. Being down there drinking that smoothie. Oh, just if it was 10 degrees warmer. Pig-shaped ears? Really? But it's vegan. Oh, that makes, you know. Here, this will make you feel better. It's vegan, but it looks like It could be me.
Is this the new line? Should this be the new line? How else does the United States, should NATO forces now get involved?
Like the dog would know. I know. It's ridiculous. Right? It's just ridiculous. You know, rice bones. It is. It's amazing how screwed up Ukraine looks now. It does remind me of Dresden after the war. Like there's areas where it's just like I gotta make something for dinner, like real food. I cooked a pizza yesterday. I don't know. I've seen the people that let their dogs rip open Xmas presents. Oh, sure. The worst is the people that like their dog's dying, right? And so they give the dog a bucket list. And it always involves the dog eating ice cream. For God's sakes, your dog is sick. Why are you giving it ice cream? I can't stand those people. You're trying to make yourself feel better. You certainly didn't make the dog feel better. You gave it diarrhea. It's sick. You want to give it something healthy. Not ice cream. Somebody like that never did right by their dog the whole time. It's all about them. Some kind of narcissistic shit. You know, it's all about me. And then they do a video of it, which makes it even worse.
And how do you make peace with that, Ambassador? How does one,
You know, it's just screwed up.
forward with a peace treaty, essentially?
Pretty rips open wrapping paper to make nesting material.
Which is all but certain, it seems, at this point, not knowing that
Our dog opened his own.
again.
You're an idiot. Sorry. You get your dog Christmas presents. Do you get him birthday presents too? Yeah, they don't. People don't understand that giving human food. We're the only animal that eats cooked food, right? And your dog needs at least twice as much calcium as you. People will be like, oh, I cook for my dog. Where's the calcium? Oh, I put broccoli in there. But you'd need a little bit more than the calcium that's in broccoli. I went to my cousin's. They have a 1-year-old collie, already neutered. It was jumping on me. So I kept off of my gently and was told to be careful with the dog. Oh, so you pushed it off and they said, be careful, don't hurt him. So the dog just jumps on everybody. I believe it. The mass shooting in Sacramento. 20 people. Sounds like it was at like a nightclub. It looks like it was just, I don't know. I'd be embarrassed too. Remy. I need to bring a trash can up here and pick up some of this stuff here. It's like empty water bottles and shit. Get rid of it. Listen to Remy. Remy, come over here. Come here, Rem. He felt... What's the matter with you? He just loved to rip paper. He felt left I'm sorry.
Get your A1C down.
You're a bad dog owner. You shouldn't be letting a dog rip up paper, right? Should have chewed it too. The dog had issues. Don't brag about your rotten behavior. A dog trainer, I don't want to hear about it. He just loved it. You know what? Dogs love a lot of things, okay? And you're supposed to be telling them what they're supposed to like. Oh, he just loved ripping up the paper. He just loved it. You know what you sound like? You sound like the person that you leave the dog out and it chews up a feather pillow and then you take pictures of the mess with the dog sitting around saying, oh, look, he's guilty, he knows, or something, and put it on Facebook. Oh, that scamp. He's such a goof. You know, like just condoning the behavior. And it's not even like his behavior is yours. That you left the dog out. You didn't even like use a crate. You just let the dog do whatever.
This is an urgent appeal from UNH.
What's the matter with you? Why would you do that?
As conflict and tragedy strike,
You know, the more your dog does stuff like that,
and worry,
it becomes ingrained, and that's just how they are. So
some have
the dog that likes to rip up paper just keeps ripping it up.
across borders. Most are women and youth,
Um,
and a heartbreaking amount of children.
you know, it's just a mess. People are terrible to dogs. They get them, and then like they got something else that's more important.
Understanding that no child should die in the dawn of life. To work with many partners all over the world.
Yeah, but those beef bones are real thick. A lot of dogs that don't know how to work those bones, they'll break their teeth. That's why most people use chicken leg quarters. You know, like some pits will like try and break it. Hey, come over here, Remy. Come here, Rem. Come here. Yeah, they love a lot of things. They don't have to love ripping up paper. That's just nonsense. It is. It's nonsense.
There hasn't been necessarily a lot of updates. It seems like they're still trying to gather more information than they actually have. Talk us through anything
My nose
that we
itches.
know, right about now.
These are a knuckle. Yeah, I know what they are. Doesn't make it any different. Bust their teeth on those things. Poultry bones are hollow, so it's easy for the dog to crunch up. If you want the dog, you know, say you give a leg quarter, if you freeze it first, it'll take the dog longer to get through it. But I don't ever recommend beef bones, really. And with a puppy, like if they get all the marrow out, excuse me, if they get all the marrow out, a lot of times that'll give them diarrhea. So, you know, I don't really like it. You're sort of better, like, with a puppy, like, take it, like a deer antler's real good, because, you know, they don't eat that. But, like, take the chicken, smash it up, and freeze it, and then give them that. Give that to the dog to chew on. Sacramento. Are they gonna do like Brooklyn and New York? They're gonna fucking frisk people? I started to crate my dog at night now. How long till he goes in without looking? I don't know your dog, man.
An exception that happens far too often. It is a sickness in our culture, and we must do everything we can to heal that sickness.
The mayor suggested, but did not confirm that this may have been gang-related and that there was a vehicle involved. But again, he did not have official information, and the police have been somewhat.
You just crate your dog at night. Just be crated during the day too. And you're not training that dog, I can tell. I can tell. So I don't really want to waste my time.
Russian President Vladimir Putin claiming the country's not have happened on his watch. Our political panel weighs in next.
He's outside all day?
This invasion of Ukraine would never have happened
God.
if I was in the White House. Not even a chance would have.
Don't brag. Don't brag about your being a bad owner here. You just let it out in the backyard to do whatever. And then, now you just started crating it at night. You didn't properly crate train it when you got it. And now you're trying to crate train it. And you're still like, leave it out in your backyard unattended. I don't like the idea of leaving the dog alone outside. It's a real bad idea. You have a job? Is that your reason? Well, why'd you get a dog? One, they're not about convenience. Two, you could have them in a crate and you could have somebody come over. That'd probably cost you $15 though. Let the dog out midday. Your dog will get out of that backyard eventually. It's a good chance. A lot of bad stuff can happen in that backyard.
I can play basketball.
Because of people like you, I can run.
I can run.
Oh, you're gonna tell me what dogs need, kid? You're gonna tell me what a dog needs. Okay.
63 cents a day. You're helping kids just
You sound like an expert.
Like me. When you view today, we'll send you
You don't want to use a pet service, clearly, right? And you just throw the dog out there unattended. And your dog isn't crate trained. Now you're trying to crate train it, and you're trying to tell a 58-year-old dog trainer what the dog needs, but you're asking the dog trainer about, like, you know,
Thank you. Thank you.
gracias.
Thank you.
what an idiot.
Go on like now.
If you watched any of my videos, you'd see the dogs doing the kennel game. That's a command, and they like it. But you don't train your dog, so you don't care about that dog, please.
When it comes to real estate
You don't.
agents, experience matters. The
You
best
don't.
agents
You're not going to convince me anything different.
and navigate
You didn't train it. You don't know how to train it.
We created our smart
And somebody told you to use a crate. Why? I don't know what the dog's doing out there at night, but it's probably screwing up.
I was amazed at the fact that my house sold in one day. Ideal agents saved me an
Remy.
$20,000 to $25,000
Remy knows people are lousy.
process was as easy
They are. People shouldn't get dogs. This person's like, I have a job. Well, if you have a job that you could pay for somebody to come over,
one way to sell your house.
I've used Ideal Agent
You know.
2 times. Ideal Agent guided me through the entire process, every step. You want to have
I don't know.
agents, but
So you think that just allowing the dog in the backyard all day,
I've saved over 30
and then it sounds like it was
Park Services.
out there all night too, but now you've made a decision to crate it at night.
Call us today or visit
And
idealagent.com.
God knows, I hope it's indoors. You know. Who knows what you think? You don't.
Welcome back. So
Not a good owner.
where we are seeing quite possibly
Sorry.
the worst, most horrific images emerging out of Ukraine, an all-out assault and massacre of innocent people at the hands of Vladimir Putin. We have former
Remy.
President Donald Trump on stage last time in Michigan, once again celebrating his relationship with the Russian president.
God, that guy's an idiot.
Wildly cheering him on as the true magnitude of Putin's atrocities inside Ukraine are playing out in real time.
Those people love him.
All of our TV screens.
I knew Putin very well. You know, they say, oh, he knows Putin. He knows Putin. Oh, that's a good thing, not a bad thing. I know Kim Jong-un. I know President Xi of China. And you know what? We had no conflict, remember?
Yeah, those are great guys.
Want to bring in my family
He's
now.
bragging about it.
Founder of Country Over Party and MSNBC.
Did the story about the dog
Project.
Sitter and the client, 2 rescue dogs, messed up the girl's face really bad.
Atrocities
I've never heard about that one. Hang on, I gotta take a leak. I'll be right back. Ow. I'll be right back. No, I didn't hear about that. Believable though, for sure. I shall return. Rem, why don't you go outside here and eat? Here, you want some seeds? Let me get you some seeds, baby. Here. Want hemp? Get you some hemp seeds.
And when will Republicans, whether they support him or not, stand up and say, no more?
Well, it seems to me it's never enough that the base of the Republican Party accepts this and drinks it like a thirsty dog in a huge bowl. I don't think you're going to change the minds of 30% of the country who just laps this up no matter what. And I actually feel a bit sad for them, honestly, because they've been lied to. Donald Trump has no respect for his voters, and all those people sitting behind him. He has no respect for them. If somebody's willing to lie to you and say these things, they have no respect for you. They don't care about you. They don't care about what's going on in your life. But at this point in time, I don't think it's going to ever change that 30% of the country, which is the base of the Republican Party today. So the only alternative to not return America to a satellite state of Russia, which is what it was when Donald Trump was in office, and Vladimir Putin knew that. That's why he wanted Donald Trump elected in 2016. That's why he wanted him elected in 2020. Is for Democrats and independents to rise up and prosecute the case against Donald Trump and against the Republican Party. It's up to the Democrats and independents to prosecute that case.
Rick, I can't help but think about this. So a few segments ago, I was speaking to one of our correspondents on the ground in Ukraine, and they mentioned the fact that the Russians are essentially saying this didn't happen. This is fake news. These images aren't real.
Of course they.
And I wonder if there are Americans that feel the same way. I wonder if there are people in this country who voted for Donald Trump, who went to that rally in Michigan and cheered him on, who feel the same way.
Of course there are. Yes, if you scratch just the bare surface of the comment section of any of these right-wing blogs or news sites, you will find them saying things like, oh, this is a false flag set up by George Soros and Klaus Schwab or economic forum so that the new world order agenda can be pursued.
I'm up here warm. I am training Lutzy right now. I know I'm not down there, but I got Lutzy doing like an immersion therapy, just looking. He's right next to the duck, like he's forced to look at cackers. There's no other choice. And he's getting it. He's doing better. At first, man, khaki was just driving him crazy. Occasionally, he'll still like sort of.
This is coming off a week in which Donald Trump asked Vladimir Putin for dirt on Hunter Biden. You look at the numbers when it comes to the war in Ukraine. Americans care about Ukrainians, right? They care about what is happening to these Ukrainians at the end of the day. A large majority, a large swath of them do. So I wonder if this is really going to have any effect going into the midterms, of course, on the Republican Party, on the GOP, especially those that continue to stand behind
It's not what you think.
Donald Trump.
Whatever.
I mean, you're right. I mean, 80% of the
Oh shit. Oh shit. Please tell me this is full. Oh, kick ass. Starter pistol loads. It's awesome. I'm sending that dummy launcher back for sure.
You have to prosecute the case against them, and the only way that works is obviously us in the media, but even more so political campaigns.
I was lighting a candle.
The political campaigns of the Democrats and independents to thoroughly prosecute this.
I like those Yankee candles. I got a vanilla scent candle going over there. I might light another one. They smell great. They're relaxing. Yankee candles, they're the best. Pigeon Lady probably knows about those and Toxic. They're really comforting. Really mellows me out. Chamomile candle. Boy, they are really great. Thinking about tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be warmer. Oh, see, Susan knows. I'm I'm definitely. I wonder what the weather's like tomorrow. I gotta stay on target with Lutzy. I really need Lutzy to do a good heal, and he needs to do a really controlled retrieve. Keep doing it on a leash. No, check that out. Citrus sage. I might have one over there. I'll send you Gwyneth Paltrow's candle, Peter. Oh, you have. Why do you have Gwyneth Paltrow's candle? What do you mean? She came out with her own candle? Is that true? I don't understand what this thing's supposed to do. Diffuse sound or something? I got sent it as a joke. Oh, I see. Who's her mom? Is there her mom and dad, like somebody famous? It smells like cat. It's called Smells Like Cat. I don't get it, but huh? Strained pasta, maybe? Is that a candle? I got a root beer candle over there. I might have to. Hang on. I'll be right back.
Hey, you better knock it off, Lutzy.
Hi, I'm Deb.
I ain't shitting,
I'm
man.
from Colorado. I've been married to my high school sweetheart for 35 years. I'm a mother of 4, always busy. I was starting to feel a little funny. I just didn't feel like things were as sharp as I knew they would once be. I heard about Pigeon and I started taking it about 2 years now. Started noticing things a little sharper, a little clearer, and I feel like it's kept me on my game. I'm able to remember things, so give it a try.
Don't bother her.
Better life.
Solarton. Come on in, Remy. You can come in. There you go, Remy. Remy. God, it's warm in here. I'm trying to not have a huge heating bill. I want it over with, man. You know, in the last couple bills, they might have been not red, but like they you know, like taken from like what it was last year at this time. I've had like this huge bill in fucking May. Like what? I don't know if that was last year or the year before, but it's like, how did that happen? It's like $800 or some shit. I do know that the insulation I've done in this house has made the bills a lot lower than last year as far as heating goes, which is good. But I got to do more. Can you tell me about the... Come on, man. Stop bringing that up. You know, no, I don't want to talk about that. Why would I want to talk about that? I was abused. You find that funny? Seriously. I'll look at it later, Pigeon. Yeah, I probably got stripe paper eyes. And of course it was sensitive, and it was sensitive back there after I had to get up and go to the emergency room, and they gave me like hemorrhoidal cream. It was really embarrassing. They didn't believe a word I said. I don't want to talk about it, man. Don't bring it up. Look like somebody took sandpaper and you're bringing it up. Hey, Remy, come here. Come on, Rem. Come on, baby. Come up here. Come here, Ron. Come here. Come on, Rem. Come on over. Remy. Don't ignore me, Remy. I might try and sell some of these books. Books don't go fast, I'll tell you that. They can, though. It's a numbers game, the more you have on. Somebody's always looking for something. Like the National Geographics, I could sell those on eBay. It's just, those would go, like, sell them as a set, be gone instantly. But I had most of them. A couple of them got screwed up. Right, Ren? It's all right. Can I show you Remy? Remy, was it Remy? Do you want to come over here? Come over here. Okay, come on. Come over. You don't want to? Come on. Come on, Remy. Maybe she'll come over. She's just sitting there looking. Just preening. Come over here. Remy. Remy's so awesome. Aren't you, Rem? Any fantasy books? Like what? Aren't all books sort of fantasy? Bye, Susan. You're leaving? Bye, Susan. Thank you. See ya. Fantasy books? They're all fantasy, aren't they? Like fairies and werewolves. I think I got the Bad Lieutenant over there. I appreciate it, Susan. I got Carl Sagan. I do. Pierre Gaunt is in the barn, but it's all. That book would have been totally collectible, but I left it in the barn. It was in great shape. It was worth a lot of money, and it's one big mold factory now. So whatever. What are you gonna do? Let me see. Let me see what I got over here. Fantasy. Let's see. Let's see. Witches, wolves, and fairies. How about that? No, I don't see that. Hang on. Here's the change. God, this looks horrible. This is first edition, book club edition. I would never read this. Hang on. Let's see what else we got. We're looking for fantasy, right? Dear Fuhrer? No, that's not it. But the Russians have left a scene of utter devastation and carnage behind them. On the streets of Bucha, you can see burnt 2001 Space Odyssey. No, it's 2010. That's the. Hang on, I'm still looking. The mayor of Bucha said that many people, up to 20 people, fantasy shot in the back of the head, execution style. Videos show people with their hands tied behind their back. Fantasy. Men, women, and even the Queens of England? How about that? This is right up your alley. PL, the Queens of England. Let's look at that one. Hang on, that one's real old. In the city of Bucha. Let's take a listen to what the foreign minister had to say. Without an exaggeration. Rebecca, Sunnybrook Farm. That's pretty early. I don't think that's at first, though. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Find the fantasy one for sure. I'm not going to say what it is. Hang on.
collecting all the evidence. We will be working with all international.
Here's another fantasy.
To
I'm getting all the fantasy. Hang on.
to identify and bring those responsible for these crimes to account.
Reverend, there has been widespread condemnation.
I don't have a lot, but I have a couple.
The British Foreign Secretary is saying that Russia
Like this book, The Gun and Its Development. Something like that would sell for sure. There's certain things that would sell that I know would sell, and like I remember I bought like a book on orchids, right? Fucking orchids, but it was like, I don't know. It was really expensive. I got like thousands of dollars for it. I saw it and I'm like, I debated whether I should get it. It was like worth a lot of money. It's back when you didn't have a iPhone with you to find out what it's worth. But okay, PL, are you still there? You want a fantasy book? Is that right? Is that what you said, PL? You want fantasy? I got a fantasy for you. What the hell, PL? I just saw the candle. Okay, here's your fantasy. Cinderella? Does that sound familiar? You ever heard of Cinderella? PL? This is a story of you and Foxy. Right? It's fantasy, right? Ooh, look at her sisters are just hideous. Look at those bitches. They're fucking horrible. Just fucking look at them bitching her out, man. Look at her. They're making fun of her. She's fucking hot. Cinderella's cute as can be, and her sisters are nasty. But look at how her stepmother looks. It's Cruella DeVille or whatever. Look at that. Talk about another ragamuffin. That old sea hag. Oh, she's got friends that are mice? That's special. Yeah, I'm sorry, but her sisters are just... They're rude and they're ugly. In the original Cinderella, the sister cut her feet off to try and fit. I think that sounds familiar. I'm going to guess that the prince that she lives with looks sort of gay. Right? Which, hey, you interpret that however you want. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I bet he's like real. You know, like every... Gay dudes are well groomed. Right? That's what I'm saying. Somebody was saying I said something homophobic on an old video. Like, I was like, really? Oh, yeah. I was correct on this one. What, those glass slippers, man? Can you break your foot or something? Okay, here he is. He's pretty dapper looking. Look at him. Right? He's not straight. Come on, look at what he's wearing. He's wearing like Michael Jackson's coat. Right? Totally gay. I wish I had somebody here who was gay. I'd say, is that a gay dude? They go, oh yeah, my gaydar's on. Looks kind of gay. But, with that said, he's at least bi. What about this guy down there? He's not, you know. We don't care. We're fine with it. That it wasn't what I was saying. I'm just saying. That's how they portray Cinderella. Okay. Fantasy. You want a more fantasy? Nixie will get this one. What's up, Nix? You tell me that's not fantasy. Is that fantasy enough for you, PL? Look at that. Look at that. That's fantasy, correct? Guy looks like he's riding some kind of turtle. Right? I do like the illustration. This guy is riding like a fucking the sky turtle. Look at this thing. Look at that thing. That is sweet. Oh, speaking of two well-groomed guys, right? You tell me. Look at those guys. Manly. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh, there are illustrations in this. Oh, look at her. Talk about fantasy. Check that out. It's a hot-looking cartoon, right? There were a few hot-looking cartoons growing up. Veronica. Oh yeah, look at her. Look at her. She's smoking, right? It's like Raquel Welch with the better ass. I've never heard of this book. The Change. Oh, I've heard of The Changeling. I have heard of that. Book club edition. There's a movie, The Changeling. Let's see what else we got. Okay, here we go. This is a fantasy. The Happy Hollisters and the Ghost Horse Mystery. That's fantasy. PL, is that not fantasy? And look, it has the players on the back, right? This is awesome. So we get to the main character. His name is Pete. The eldest is a sturdy boy of 12 with sparkling blue eyes and blonde crew-cut hair. His love for sports is shared by his sister Pam, who is 10. Pam, whose real name is Pamela, has brown eyes and fluffy golden hair. She is kind to everyone and loves animals, especially Pepe, the collie dog. Zip, whom she adopted as a faithful pet, is on the go almost as much as Ricky Hollister, a 7-year-old package of perpetual motion. That's Ricky right there. He looks like a little dickhead. Lanky Ricky has reddish hair. He's a ginger, which is usually messed up, and a turned-up nose splattered with freckles. He is full of fun and sometimes teases his 6-year-old sister, Holly. But Holly, with her tomboy ways, can take it. In fact, she looks a lot like Ricky, except that she has dancing brown eyes and dark hair, which she wears in pigtails. Holly's chief delight is her cat, White Nose, which she carries under her arm like a fluffy purse. That's Holly. If I was a kid, there's no way I would have read this. This sounds so boring. Oh yeah, I really want to hear about the Happy Hollisters. Sue is only 4. She romps in all the fun, which the Hollister family enjoys day in and day out. Oh, and there's a Mr. and Mrs. Hollister. Great. They do have a horse, though. Like, it's white. That's why they say it's a ghost, because I read it, I lie. It's a ghost because it's always coming and going, and nobody can ever, like, they'll see it, and, you know, in a glimpse, and it'll run off. And finally, they offered an apple, and the horse walks over and befriends the Hollisters, and they have Ghosty the horse. It's true. It is true. Now here we have the Queens of England before the conquest. Oh my God. Speaking of not wholesome, the Queen. Not the current one. She's totally wholesome. When was this? Before the Norman Conquest. This book's from 1854. It's by a woman, Mrs. Matthew Hall. It was hard for women to write back in the day. That's why I like books like Jane Eyre and everything. It's like, but you know, if you were an aristocrat, you could put a book out and be a woman. But to be like a talented writer, it's not gonna happen. No way. No way. You had to really know somebody and have money. You know, book publishers back then would be like, you know, it's the equivalent of like nowadays, like, you know, Mark Zuckerberg or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, people would read books. If I had the choice between reading a book or watching TV, you know what I'd take? I'd watch the TV for sure. Come on, I want entertainment, man. I want to forget about my troubles. I do. I don't want to sit around and bum out about shit. I want escapism. Totally. That's why I like science fiction. It's escapism.
This guy is a butcher. This guy is he has all of these things that are going on right now. And so you would think that the Republican leadership would tell Trump.
I got more books I gotta bring in. Some of them are real cool. Yeah, some of them are real beautiful. I like the older ones. I just like the way that they look. What is this?
You're talking about being strong. They're not strong. They're all over the place. That Joe Biden is giving the world the type of leadership.
This is another book by a woman. Let's look at this. I'm telling you, most of these women, they married well. They did. I said I'll call you later. I'm crying. It's been a year. What? Nixie, you forgot to call me. It's been a year. I said you'd call me. Oh my God. What's the book you most recommend? This one right here. I love it. It's Roxobell by Mrs. Sherwood, author of The Lady of the Manor and Little Henry and His Bearer. This is a Harper's Stereotype edition. There's a certain type of printing. That's from 1831, right? I'm telling you, you were a woman and you were a writer. Man, they were all sort of like hooked up. But that's sort of true even so that, well, no, it's easier for people to get published, that's for sure. Anybody can publish. And look at this. Nice etching. Wonder what they're cooking. I imagine it's probably beef stew. Now, when I was collecting these, I would find like stuff in them, like money and shit. Which makes sense because I've done that. 1831 for 1830. See, I don't know. Maybe this will sell. This is in great shape. Is that right? Yeah, 1831. And sold by the principal booksellers throughout the United States. Printed and published at J.J. Harper. Became Harper and Sons. See, this is beautiful. It's amazing how old this thing is, and it still exists. This is probably not one of my Oh, here's some of these that like I got like I'd buy stuff if it was a series, right? And I'd buy this stuff because one, it's like his history, and I would never read it, and certainly it was not from my time. But there's like these kids books, like, and I'd buy them as like a set. And sometimes they had these illustrations in it. So, Champion Ball by Claire B. 1948. You know, there's some wholesome stories in this. This is like, I think I got 5 or 6 of these. Chip Hilton sports series. Good old Chip Hilton. Never heard of him, right? It's like the Hardy Boys, you know. I had some of those originals. I sold those, of course. I sold those like, it was 2008 or 9, something like that. I was like, gotta sell those. Keep my head above water. That one thing's good is I don't have that. I'm not saddled with the art studio. That made everything really difficult. There was this point where I was like, you know, I always wanted to keep it, you know, and I could always sort of manage to pay for it and everything. But I was like, man, there was like a year and a half or 2. I wasn't even going down there. One solid year, I know I didn't go down there at all. You know, so it was just like, why do I have it? Certainly it'd be easier to put up a show if I built everything there. That's true. That's definitely true. But I'll figure it out. I want to do green screen anyway, so. Oh yeah, here you go. Oh yeah, here you go. Here's fantasy. Oh yeah, this is a hell of a book. Everybody wants to read this, I think. The Magnificent Barb. The Horse with the Magic Hoof. That's fantasy, right? You know it. Oh yeah, famous horse stories. It says it right there. Famous horse stories. That's fantasy, right? It's like oh, look at this dude. Look at that guy with his wife. That's a marriage out of convenience, if you ask me. Who is doing these illustrations where they always make the dude look like, you know, it's fine. I don't give a shit. I'm just saying, like, why are all the illustrations of, like, to ever, like, draw somebody that looks straight, you know? I don't know. Fuck. I don't care. Just an observation. That's it. It's a little bit too clean. This looks fucking horrible. This looks fucking horrible, seriously. You know, if it was 1948, and like say I was like 8 or 9 or something, 7, whatever, and for my birthday I got this, yeah, gee, thanks Mom and Dad. What am I supposed to do? You want me to read this? This is shit. I'm not gonna read this. I mean, seriously. What kind of kid would want to read this? Kid that looks like that, maybe. My brother Michael would read this, maybe. Well, he read Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys. He read those. No, wait a minute, Nixie, you're all right. What? What, Nixie? What? What happened? Yeah, it's a girly book. That's what I'm saying. Maybe that's it. All the kids' books were meant for, like, girls or, like, the sensitive guy or something. Oh, Nixie's okay. Let me see what else we got. It's a gem. It's a gem. It's not in bad shape. It looks good on the shelf, but no, I don't think so. I would not have read this as a kid. I wouldn't have read as a kid, so that sort of makes it sort of easy. What's this? Oh, here we go. No, it's not. This person was sort of real, I believe. I don't know. You tell me. Somebody will know. I believe he was. I believe back in the day. I think it was like there's this huge fascination with the Wild West, like back east. So it was like 1870 or some shit. Something like that, before like 1900. It was sort of, it was the Wild West. So there were all these stories, like, you know, like they might have been real people, but everything was exaggerated. You know, there were people that could shoot a gun real good and shit like that. A lot of these people that I'm talking about, like Kit Carson, I think Kit Carson was a real person, I think. And they would do like traveling shows where they would, you know, do trick shooting, stuff like that. So I think Kit Carson was a real person. Great events in the life of Kit Carson. Goes to Washington for President Polk. Yeah, see, there's all this stuff. We're seeing stuff as late as 1864, 1861. It's like right after that, like right after the Civil War, there's this big deal about the Wild West. Like it was like, I don't know what the equivalent would be. UFOs? Is made a colonel in 1st New Mexican Volunteers, 1861. Breaks power of Comanche and Indians battle that. Oh, yeah, he was an Indian fighter. You know? We should burn this book. Sounds like a dick. Right? You know? I mean, come on. Let's see if he's like wrestling any Indians in this. It'll piss me off. Just some like more white people needing more. Yeah, here we go. Let's glorify that, right? You know, you take somebody's land and then they fight back, right? Yeah, it's flat out racism, right? And, you know, I mean, it's glorified. Kit Carson answered. Fuck Kit Carson. He's a dick. Another name for a dick. Another white guy stealing land. What do we have here? I just grabbed this. I don't know what this is. Candide. Interesting. Huh. We got Voltaire. These cries came from 2 completely naked girls. I'd read this. It says illustrations. They're sort of racy. Kind of interesting. This was printed in 1930. Oh yeah, it's got some interesting illustrations here. I'll show you. I feel guilty I'm not showing you all, but
Because of people like you, Shriners Hospitals for Children has helped more than 1.3
I'm gonna find a better
just
one.
like me, regardless of their family's ability to pay.
Shriners Hospitals for Children is only able to provide this world-class, life-changing medical care because of the generous
Quiet.
people just like you.
Because of you, I can ride my bike.
This will teach him a lesson, right?
Because of people like you, I can run.
That'll show him.
I can run.
Will you send your love the rest of the day?
When you go to loveshriners.org right now and give just 63 cents a day, you're helping kids just like me.
Like me. Like me. When you leave today,
That's readable. I'd read that.
go to the best you can get as a thank you. And a
Fascinating, isn't it?
gave to a kid just like me.
Where's Ram? I hear you. I know where she is. She's a goof. I should be doing something. I am doing something. I'm actually training the dog right now. I do have the e-collar with me. I'm right above him. He's right in front of the dog and maintaining. He's being pretty good.
Operators are busy. Please call again or get right away at
He's getting it.
loveshriners.org.
It's like him getting calm about that also, it like translates into being calm about other things. It's like imperative that, like dog training's asymmetrical. How long have you been dog training? I don't know. Long. You know what I'm saying? Like, you fix one thing and it helps with something else. Purdy laid her eggs last week. She hadn't laid in a good few months. I think she was stressed. Remy hadn't had. She was cranking out eggs every month. And then, Remy, you don't have eggs anymore, do you? Says no, she don't need them. Sick of that shit. Right, Remy? Are you leaving, Nixie? Oh, Nixie, don't go. I'll get more books out. Maybe I can, dachshunds are pretty much tripping hazards. So are cats, especially if your cat's obnoxious. Oh, hi, Ram. Here's Ram. Now, I hear Lutzy moving around a little bit, but that's fine. I want an animal. I wish I could afford to move out of my apartment. Yep. You could get a fish. Maybe if you do good with the fish, you could get something else. Oh, Puddins? What's up, Puddins? Dilapidated her egg. And she finally laid 2 somewhat normal eggs, usually lays fairy eggs. No big. Puddins, she's still there. Yeah, she's still there. I really wish it was warmer. I would have gone to the woods with Billy. That would have been nice. I'm sort of warmed up. I gotta go work the dog again. Not that I'm not working the dog right now, I actually am. I'll tell you something, that dog, Lutzy, microeducator. It fits on the dog's neck good, it doesn't move around. The mini? I don't know. I'll try something else. The mini goes farther, that's the advantage with that dog. The micro fits great, it really does, it fits really good. The thing with small dogs is that they have to learn watch your step around them. Can't wait for deep water exploration. Atlantis is gonna be lit. I don't know what you're talking about. We're doing Zoom soon? I'll call you in a bit, Sarah. Sarah Pigeon Lady? Oh, so toxic you don't call PL? Gotta call her by her first name. Whatever. Whatever, Hannah. There, take that. Lane, take that. We do first names. Okay, all right. I call her both. It's special. Sorry about earlier. Kruggle bunnies. What? Hannah Lane. Sarah. Whatever. Whatever.
We cannot stand by as the far right tries to return this country to a time when some Americans
think about what's for dinner. Wish there was really. Oh, I know what I could make. There's chicken cordon bleu. Those could just be popped in the oven. Those are easy to cook. Don't have to think. Yeah, who is the frog? Yeah, who's the frogman? Not, but there's a frogman level, right? Do you know what I'm talking about? Who is that? Is that you? Are you Rocket? Is that what you're saying? I just go by Hannah. Nixie, are you Rocket? Whatever it is that is at the frogman level. Peter's Zooms are also so special. Nixie, did you just let out that you are the frogman? The only person that's at frogman level that's joined the channel? Is that you, Nixie? I think it's Nixie. I think it is. We only have one person that's joined the channel that's frogman level. There was 3 at front, not anymore. Here, I'll check. I think there's only one. It sounds like it's Nixie. Hang on. We'll find out. There's only one, I believe. Hang on, let's find out. Isn't this interesting? It's tape on my camera. I don't want the Russians to, can't leave the house, COVID lockdown. No shit. How much for a custom painting? I don't do, you can't pick the colors and everything. It doesn't work like that. I don't do that. I don't do commission work. Like, could you pay me something with blue that'll match my couch? I don't do that. Let's find out. Hang on. I have too many things already made. Why would I have to make something custom? Yeah, I'd ship a painting to the UK, but you'd have to pay for it. Hang on. So, what was I looking up? Something. I got sidetracked here. Oh, YouTube. How many frogmen we have? Let's join the channel. We'll find out.
Tell you what you need to know, and we're going to be asking the very same questions that you're screaming at your television. We'll be driven by the facts, not hyperbole, not ideology. There's a lot of confusing information out there.
Where is
now,
this?
some people call it news, but it's not. And we're going to sit here every night and tell you the truth.
Welcome back to Politics Nation. I'm pleased to be joined by my political panel.
Okay, we're down a few. We were higher than we've ever been. We had 50, but then we lost some. Do you think it was something I said? A lot of people have rejoined lately. Slick, awesome. Let's see. The Pigeon lady, yeah, she left for a little bit. Lots of rejoins, which is great. Hang on, let's see what we got. Guardian Rocket. Guardian Rocket has been at frogman level for 27 months. Wow. What an awesome fucking human being. Jameson Shipley, 28 months. Nate East, 28 months. Christina, she's from Australia. Korea Simos. I can't pronounce her last name. Donna Flowers. 27 months. Guardian Rocket, 27 months. At frogman level. That is real support, I'll tell you, man. That is awesome. Whoever that great person is. Nixie. Nixie's not admitting anything. It's weird she brought that up, though. You know what I'm saying? Nixie has been around for a long time. I don't know if it's Nixie. We can neither confirm or deny. That channel has 16 subscribers, right? And they joined August 3rd, 2015. This is what they say. I looked at this recently. Saving the world through math, physics, technology, and freedom of the press. Alien allies welcome. Who is this person? I'm gonna look at. I looked at their email. They have an email. I'm not gonna say what it is. Creative / and then I don't know who this is, but they have been at frogman level for 27 months. How awesome is this person? I should. I would send them art if they will admit who they are. I'll send you some art. Seriously. I can send it to the UK, but how can you? Oh, you would just send me an email. Send me an email with that email, and then I'll know it's you. Is it Nixie? She's not saying it's not. I don't know who it is. Whoever, there's a lot of people that have been here for 26 months, 22 months, 19 months. There's people that have been here for a real long time, maybe left because they changed their credit card or something. I'm going frogman. Okay, well, let's see it then. Join the channel at frogman level. We'll know. And that doesn't mean I'm sent. This person's been frogman level for 27 months. I'm not saying that I'm sending you artwork because you joined at frogman level for, what, a month? No, if you want art, you can buy it. I mean, Yeah, like PL, you've been on this channel for a long time, but you know, there's a lot of people like that like, if you're not watching your credit card, you know, oh fuck.
That are well poised right now to win some primaries. Candidates who have already won some primaries are not necessarily going to see victory come November.
Here's somebody I never see, man. There's people on here that have joined that I really don't see a lot of, man.
In some of these primaries right now. And so at the end of the day, you have to measure that yardstick, which is what Mitch McConnell is doing. Of all the political leaders right now in Washington, he's the one who's got his eye closest to the House and Senate narrative about control. And he is not, as I understand, necessarily jumping up and down with some of the candidates that are being embraced by Donald Trump because...
See if there's any troll comments on my...
They're going to be more... That's going to be a tougher fight for them than it otherwise could or should be.
Dana, tomorrow the Senate Judiciary Committee will vote on whether to Brown Jackson's Supreme Court nomination. Right now, Judge Jackson is expected to have the...
See, held for review. That's where all the troll things go. You can't like put a link to a video under somebody's video. It goes into the held for review. Just so you guys know, it's because it's rude.
I would say this process has not gone well for anybody because the Republicans have made an atrocity of it after beginning by saying we're going to have a dignified process. It became all about these outrageous attempts to suggest that she's soft on pedophiles. I do think it went well for Judge Jackson. The fact that she's getting any Republican support at all in this environment is a good thing. And she
this is gone.
To keep her cool when she was being hit over and over again with this the pedophile QAnon nonsense.
You know, it's just...
She didn't get agitated. I think that earned her a great deal of respect and helped with her...
Those Russian propaganda channels. What? Who's leaving? Pigeon Lady's leaving? Oh, I'm going to now. Stay safe. Talk to you later. Who's too shy to chat? I've seen on a fan page that you were a veteran. I'm not sure if it was a dumbass troll page, anything, but I'm very curious if that's true. Yes, in the military. Probably was a dumbass troll page, though. They're the worst, aren't they? Right? I am hungry. I think I'm going to put the chicken cordon bleu in. I think that sounds like a good idea. Right. I was too shy. I was here on another account, but I didn't talk, just watched you doing training. You were too shy? What was this, in another dimension? What branch were you in? I was in the Navy. I was Admiral. I was in the jetpack corps. I was shy. Oh, okay. All right. I believe you. I do. I believe you. Where are you active duty at? Where are you active duty at? Camp Lejeune, really? Jesus Christ. What do you do there? Mess with the new people coming in? What do you do there? Isn't that a Marine base? Welcome to Frogman. We'll see how long you're here, or if it's not a cancellation at the end of the month. But thank you. We do have somebody at Frogman level. There you go. Somebody. Yeah. Welcome. All right. Well, until all right, Mr. Cohen. I've never seen it spelled like that. I don't know if I'm spelling that right. I'm a grunt. Yes, we just got a boot drop a few weeks ago. I was just on a ship with the Navy for a while through the last deployment. I'll tell you something. I never would have wanted to join the Marines or the Army. It's like, God, you guys got to get down there on the ground and get shot at? That's not fun. Come on. And the boot camp for the Marines and the Army, I think, is probably a lot tougher. Well, I don't know. We had to do a lot of marching and shit. But don't they put you out and you have to eat bugs? I didn't know any. Really?
Nothing stops in the way of us achieving that mission, not even war.
When there's a need, people stand up and do
Oh, listen to Hillsby hitting on
and ensure that they restart medical therapy as quickly as
old Levi. Marines are hot. Listen to that. Any uniform. Come on, that doesn't even make sense. Any uniform? I'll check your paintings out, Peter. Mrs. Grubber since you're Bigfoot. Oh, is that right? There's stuff online, of course. There's stuff online at artsy.net. The media blows us out of proportion. We still have to get on the ground and get shot at. The Navy, you know, you're in a ship, you could get shot at, and you know, it'd be a bummer. Especially if it gets hit and you have to like swim around in cold water with sharks. Oh, Leo? He showed me his gun. PL, come on. Really? I know what you're talking about. Well, thank you, Nixie. Thank you. No one has been shot at since Avian. The last person to get shot at was like 2010, I think. What? That's not true.
I lost 120 pounds with lap band.
I lost 85 pounds with the lap band.
I lost 103 pounds. I've lost
That's not true.
I've lost 137 pounds. Go to lapband.com and watch a free
His gun on his holster.
So take control and go to lapband.com.
This PL just keeps going for a revolver. All right. But you were so what? You Skyped with him? Just Leo's owner? Really? About the whole leaving Afghanistan business. Yeah, what's this guy talking about? Yeah, what are you talking about? That's not true. I don't think you were in the military. I think you're making up stories. We Instagram over a year ago. We haven't prepared for any kind of war in this last deployment. My grand seniors were the last Marines in my unit to go combat before he went past deployment. What?
In California, a reparations task force took a step forward, voting to limit state compensation to the descendants of
From Florida.
enslaved black
Oh, what's up, Matthew? Are you friends with Slick? Slick Rick? Do you know Slick Rick? Yellow cake with chocolate buttercream frosting. Ooh. I might bake something. I think there's cornbread down there I could make. That doesn't sound too bad. Ooh, dreamy. Says Rocket. I think. What we think Nixie might be Rocket. I made a mess in the kitchen. I made a mess with the cocoa powder though. Peter's smirking at me because I know what you're talking about. We're not dumb. And then you're like, no, sure, it was his pistol. It was a revolver. Did he put it in his hand? PL, did he put that pistol in his hand? Oh my God. PL. It is great about how you've really, influenced Toxic. And she's like the junior you now. How'd that happen? It was innocent. He showed me his gun. It was lagged. It was through. It was being inappropriate because he lagged right on his couch. Man, the more you talk, the more it sounds like something sick. He was on the ferry on his way to work. My filling is coming loose, and every time I taste the frosting, it hurt my tooth. Oh, I'm sorry, that sucks. I got dental work I need to get done. It just fucking blows, man. Will I ever have the money to get the fucking implant? The one in the back I don't care about, but the one in the front where I have to wear the flipper sucks. PL is an innocent angel. Okay. It does. The tooth thing sucks, man. Cause I'm like, whoa. He was like, no, my gun. I said, that's okay as long as it's not your crotch, man. What? He was on a ferry and he had a sidearm with him. He's not a cop anymore. Why did he have a sidearm with him? I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I'm an English rose. Okay. These are old fillings I got at the Navy dentist back when I was 17. They lasted a long time. He was on a ferry with a gun going to work. Oh, doing security shit. I know where he works. Yeah, that makes sense. He's still there. What did Rocket say here? It's like a little dog and something. I don't know what that is. Said he works at a testing. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. I won't say where it is, but I know where he works. Yeah, that's true. That's true. He does that. He does security there. He would have a gun at that place. That is correct. I forget that he does that. I bet he makes good money there. I'll tell you that. That's not doing security at Walmart. But his internet was so bad it lagged, and I thought he was being weird. Oh, yeah, right. Okay. Oh, nice cover story, PL. Oh, my God. All right, PL. Okay. I believe you. Ask him. Okay, all right. I'll ask him. He will tell you the same. All right. I wish there was something good to watch. I was really getting into Raised by Wolves, but I think the subscription to that channel is over. You got his number? Yeah, so what do I say? Like, did you stroke it in front of PL? You did, didn't you? Sick. You too? I'm sick. What's that PL? No. What was I thinking? Watermelon people. What about them this summer? Maybe. John Paul II. I am gonna. That is what I'm gonna make. I'm gonna make the cordon bleu because they're easy. Don't say that. Just show. Oh, okay. Did him showing you his Beretta or whatever it was? Was that hot? His Glock? Did you like that? And he was in a uniform. Was it just super hot?
Hello, everyone. I'm Alicia Menendez. The world is watching in horror today as details of a Russian massacre come
I
to
hear
light.
barking.
I will warn you, the footage you're about
I
to
gotta
see
quit.
is incredibly
I gotta go do
graphic
some
and
stuff. Like put some food in the oven. Deal with some dogs, including Lutz. But Lutz is quiet, man. The duck is not freaking him out. I'm not bothered about weapons. We use fists in the UK. Yeah, isn't it hard to have a gun license in the UK? You can. You can have like a hunting license and stuff. Get air guns. Air guns are real popular in the UK. God, those images are horrible. Fistings. That's something else, Hillsby. Another filthy mind. The filthy mind of Hillsby. Jeez. You all are sick. Speaking in your double entendres, like I don't know what you all are talking about, please. Sick. What's that? Like you can shoot my guns? Is that like a metaphor for like a key party or something? You can hunt hogs with us? Okay. There you go. We know what you're talking about. You're gonna go out hog hunting and go to some nightclubs looking for some hog. What the fuck? It's filthy. God, I'll tell you something that's amazing. Is those we can shoot them. Like when you see the pictures of Ukraine, like the tanks that the Ukrainians shot up, those things are fried. Like what did they shoot them with that they just burn up? Is that a javelin? The javelin can break through and like bust the gas tank or something? Is that what happens? I mean, those things are a fucking wreck. Like every one of them is like, it's not just stopped, it's burnt up. Like to the point of like, you know, some of the metal looks deformed. I mean, how are they doing that? Seriously, all those tanks are just like, they're just burnt to, I've never seen anything like it. Well, there's a car, and I don't know what the Russians did to it, but it was all burnt up. There's like dead people just lying all around. It's disturbing. I guess if Putin says, listen, I'll take Crimea and that northern part, you say, okay, just so people stop dying, and then join NATO.
He went to get some wood when all of a sudden the Russians started shooting. They hit him a bit above the hill, crushing the bone, and
I think the Jav would be too expensive to use. What are you, dude? We've given them so many javelins and stingers. What are you? You are not in the military, are you? You are not. You're just making stuff up, aren't you?
It's hard to listen to these accounts.
They're using a lot of javelins and stingers.
Civilians living in their own city. I mean, it's a massacre, it's an atrocity. There aren't enough adjectives to describe what
I don't know. Maybe they use the stinger on the tank. But they're using javelins and stingers.
speaking about over the last few weeks.
Let's find out the price of a javelin.
Was bombed again today. They're going to now focus their
I could ask my Russian friend about his feelings about all this. I'm not so sure you're really in the military. I'm questioning you right now. But that's okay because it's the internet, and that's the thing about the internet. You can say whatever you want, right? We don't know you. We don't. It could all be a story. You could be like in 7th grade. I know those Russian tanks cost a lot less than ours. Those cost about 11 to 12 million, right? 11 to 12 million for a Russian tank. Ours are way more expensive, like way more. Ours are fucking awesome.
Are saying that they still want this meeting. They said what's happened in Bucha is unspeakable. It is complicated matters. They compared them to ISIS. But he also, the foreign minister also
Dude,
said,
you just, I don't know.
they need these meetings. They said that they've beaten the Russians on the ground and now they need to
I think javelin is expensive,
to convince Putin
right?
to put an end to this horrifying war.
Alia Ruzi, thank you so much for being with us. For more, I want to bring Maria.
But,
She's the former U.S. ambassador
you know, hang on.
and author of the new memoir, Lessons from the Edge. Ambassador, the U.S.
Well, they are expensive.
today, the images coming out of Bucha and other areas abandoned by Putin's
About $200,000 a piece. But if they're taking out, they don't miss. That's the deal. It's point and shoot. They're taking out a $12 million tank. It's cost effective. Let's see what they're shooting at. Are they shooting at planes or tanks? Armored personnel carriers.
Everybody in Ukraine, not only in Bucha, but in other cities and towns that we don't yet know about. And I think I would just disagree with your correspondent about Mariupol. I think it is clear what was when
And tanks, that's what they use.
and it is going to be even
The missile is portable thermal sight. Infantry are no longer required to stay in constant contact with armored personnel characters and tanks with thermal sights. This makes infantry personnel more flexible and able to perceive threats they would not otherwise detect, enabling the transmission target image and GPS location.
Yeah, I mean that is the question. Because we are a nation of values as well as interests, and this is just again.
It's lightweight, I know that.
I think we need to look carefully at, are there more sanctions that we can impose? I know the administration is doing this. We need to keep on arming Ukrainians. We need to look at all of the international institutions to see how we can.
Now, the stingers are a lot cheaper. They are. Hang on, let's see. Like the rocket costs something, and then I think you reuse the thing. Hang on, let's see. Maybe you don't reuse it because it's from 1996.
Simply that there needs to be more, is that there needs to be more and it needs to be sustained. Can you give us a sense of what that looks like?
Yeah, they're about $200,000.
A sustained effort on the part of the West. I think you're absolutely right. We need to keep on going because it does appear that Putin.
Okay, let's find out. A stinger's a lot. Hey, Shirley. So, Craig.
As much as regrouping, rearming, repositioning in the Donbass and South. And so we need to double down as well in terms of.
I think those Switchblade 300s, the kamikaze drones, I think those are about $4,000 a piece. That's real cost effective. They should have a bunch of those. But I think they're worried about Putin getting a hold of those. A Stinger costs $38,000. is a man-portable air defense device that operates an infrared homing surface-to-air missile.
What stood out to me is that he appealed directly
Um,
to Russian mothers in denouncing these attacks, which is
That's 38,000 for the missile only. It looks like the carrier, like the thing you shoot it out of, is like 119,000. They've had several generations of this. It's supposedly another one you point and shoot, and it hits it. Like, you know, they're good. I believe that the UK has something similar that's pretty good too. I think they were using those too. Let's see. Big road trip, really? How much is a tank? These are real expensive.
You know, Zelensky, as you know, was a comedian and an actor before he was a president, before he was the great
M1 Abrams is about 9 million.
And he was his biggest audience with actually Russia. He spent much of his time in Russia touring and was very.
That's not that much.
So I don't know what the
Hang on. An M44 tank for sale will cost you 250,000. Oh no, that's to civilians. Hang on. Let's find out how much a Russian tank is worth. 3.7 million. Ours are more expensive because they're probably better. They are. Hey, I gotta go. I hear barking down there. I'll live stream, I'm sure, later. I'll see you. Bye. Thanks, everybody.